Good Tuesday morning, everybody. It's 5:01 a.m. Central Time on this Tuesday, March 6th, 2018. I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to the podcast. Let me give a shout out here. I've got a podcaster who, I'm always saying, you guys get it more than most. And it's because you listen to the podcast. Because I'll tell most people, hey, I've got a podcast, and they're like, huh? What's a podcast? And I try to explain, and then they go, oh, you mean your radio show? And I'm like, no, that's different. This is a podcast. What's that? Well, you guys get it because you listen, and you listen loyally, and I appreciate that. I tell you guys a lot of things that I don't tell most people because they just won't understand it. Not that I'm any smarter than anybody else. It's just they just don't understand the technology or don't follow or they don't want to. That's fine. I don't care. As long as they get the message, I'm fine with that. But I've got to give a shout out to one of our listeners. His name is, he goes by Better Than Working. You know who I'm talking about. You've got that's his Twitter handle, Better Than Working. He wrote me yesterday. He said, I had more than a few people say, why isn't it raining? The radar is covered with what looks like rain. Well, if they followed the podcast over the years, they would know the dew point temperature and the outside temperature were too far apart for moisture to reach the ground, LOL. So I like that. That's you. Better Than Working, you're paying attention, and I appreciate that. I told him that was a good response, grasshopper. You remember the old Kung Fu, the old Kung Fu TV show, Grasshopper. I've taught you well, Grasshopper. Well, that's true. That's why the radar looked like, it's raining somewhere. Why isn't it raining here on the ground? And I explained that over and over, and people still don't get it. There is just too much dry air. So the radar was picking up a lot of moisture aloft or above us, but it was just not reaching the ground because it was just too dry. And I said not to expect much, and we didn't get much, a trace. Not even a tenth of an inch. Now, some places this morning out toward Columbia, Russell Springs, Cumberland, Clinton County, Monroe County, some places out there did get about a tenth of an inch of rain, but that was it. Nobody else got much of anything. Now that's over. The thing that we're going to have to pay attention to today, the wind, as a cold front is making its way through, and then there's a backdoor front that is going to come through tomorrow. And those two in combination with the gradient air pressure is going to create a lot of wind later today, probably after lunchtime and into the early mid-afternoon hours. It's going to get quite windy. So a wind advisory is up for pretty much all of the WBKO viewing area until 6 o'clock this evening for winds of 30, possibly up to 40 miles per hour. Now, we still have some very soggy ground around the area from all the heavy rains of the last couple of weeks. There's still some flood warnings along the Green River and back to the west. So with the ground still muddy and soggy, a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust could topple over a loosely rooted tree or bring down some tree branches, so keep that in mind. A trampoline or your trash can or something like that. Lawn furniture, it's possible. Otherwise, we're going to see some sunshine today, and it is going to get warmer before it gets colder. 59 was our high temperature yesterday at 3 o'clock at the Bowling Green Airport. That's 3 degrees warmer than the average of 56. 41 was our low temperature, 7 degrees warmer than our average of 34. 1 year ago, we had a high of 68 and a low of 33 back in 2017. As I mentioned, only a trace of rainfall yesterday for Bowling Green. Others to the east got a little bit more. Today, wind advisory. It will be windy and mainly sunny to start, with increasing clouds, though, late in the day. A high of 62 with a west wind at 15 to 30, gusts to 40 this afternoon. Tonight, as that backdoor cold front comes through, there will be a chance of a light mix late tonight, early Wednesday morning as the colder air comes in. That little wave, that disturbance, maybe squeezes out just a little bit of moisture. It could be a raindrop or it could be a wet snowflake. Not a big deal. It won't affect driving. It won't affect no accumulation. It's not going to be that big of a deal. You may see a wet snowflake tomorrow morning. That's it. 36 will be the overnight low tonight. Then Wednesday, after that little mix in the morning, mainly cloudy to partly cloudy, colder with a northwest breeze. We're only going to get up to 45 Wednesday, 29 Wednesday night. So it is going to be just a little taste of winter. Thursday, mostly sunny, but 46. Then we warm it up to 55 as another front approaches on Friday. We'll start out sunny, then have increasing clouds, and by Friday night, an 80% chance of rain after a high of 55. The front stalls out over the area on Saturday, so we'll have showers in 61. As the front begins a little forward movement on Sunday, a continued chance of showers in 53. But then as the front begins to move away and another little backdoor system comes through, we could see another little light winter mix early Monday morning as the temperatures start out around freezing but then warm up to 50 Monday afternoon as some sunshine comes back. And don't forget, this is the weekend that we time change. We spring forward. Daylight saving time begins 2 a.m. Sunday. That's when we set our clocks ahead 1 hour and we get some extra daylight, especially during the afternoon. Sunset now is going to be like 6:45, 6:50, close to 7 o'clock starting Monday. So that'll be cool, right? Means we're closer to spring and summer. All right, know the weather before it knows you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday. Streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. And, of course, if you have an Alexa device like Echo, Echo Dot, Fire TV, it's there too. We're also on Roku. Any of you podcasters have Roku TV? We're on there. Well, our newscasts are on there. You know, you can look up newscasts from all over the country. Just search WBKO on your Roku, and we're there. We're also on Hayseed TV. I'm not sure what that is, but I was told we're on Hayseed. Is that a country channel? I'm not. Is that like rural TV? I don't know. RFD TV, Hayseed TV. We're there. We're on a lot of stuff that I've not even heard of before. We're all over the place. Anyway, later today, if you can, join me on my radio show from 3 to 7. Classic hit, Sam 100.7. And anytime, anywhere around the world, online at BowlingGreenSam.com. Too many things to remember.